2020, August 24th, 6:37 a.m. The Romans, the Vatican, the Greeks, and the associated cultures all recognized, they just used different words for the quantum field. They all recognized the quantum field was there, it existed, and that the quantum field not only was there, it existed and had a function, but that function was in part to store, to house the quantum consciousness. Exactly how the quantum consciousness works is part of how the Elder Futhark was invented, was created, was by tapping into the quantum field, into the quantum consciousness, to be able to create the Elder Futhark from. And the Elder Futhark directly birthed the language of Hebrew, which means in a large aspect, Hebrew is a divine sacred language because it is partially designed to interact with and reflect the aspects and concepts of the quantum consciousness, which exists on the quantum field, period. The quantum consciousness operates based off of a science that came from the Elder Futhark and the younger Futhark period. The Elder Futhark was created based off of the Elder Futhark itself was created off of the interaction between the fixed points of the sun and the earth in the earth's orbit around the sun. Well, those fixed points create the seasons, and the seasons create certain measurable behavior patterns. Crops do certain things at certain times of the year because of the thermodynamics of the seasons, and animals migrate at certain times of the year, and they breed at certain times of the year, which means that they produce offspring at certain times of the year. Well, all those patterns are within parameters, 100% predictable 100% of the time, period. Well, it's those ideas and concepts that early man saw and went, there's fixed points to measure to and from here, period. So they created a language and a mathematics based off of those of the observations of the Earth's fixed points around or in its orbit around the sun, period. But they also knew that there was more there. There was more there. There was ideas that came out of nowhere. There was where exactly did that string of ideas come from? Well, part of it's groupthink, and sometimes in groupthink models, you have if people are directed toward the correct thinking patterns and correct behavior patterns, they can produce some really wonderful ideas, like Manhattan think tanks and the Manhattan Project, and universities and colleges where you got polytechnic colleges, and you have liberal arts colleges, and you have theater arts programs, and you have classical programs, and you have normal standard universities that teach this. The curriculum is normal. Well, although they do have buildings where you specialize in biology or or the classics or various aspects of science. You have the biolab and chem labs, and you have the medical facility. You also have the psychology facilities and such. So you have those deviations and separations.